the SCV building the command center there. Not quite able to stop it from finishing though. Able to get a couple free shots against the factory as well. Puma does in fact have 3 buildings here, so it's not just the command center that he has alive. He also doesn't have quite enough for an orbital, so I think... Is he just going to hide it? It's possible he could just be hiding it right now. But MC does have Phoenixes, so he will be able to deal with that even if he doesn't have the opportunity to get another base after his current one. And looks like there is going to be a little bit of engagement. MC is going to try to avoid this engagement as... Puma's army is definitely stronger, not even taking into account the point defense drones. And actually, MC's army is getting stuck there. Able to spot the high ground with his Phoenixes, though. Nice job on his part. Now, it looks like... Oh, he did not, in fact, hide the command center. Oh, wow, but is that command center going to go down? It's going to be a pretty big deal if he's able to take out the command center. Nice point defense drones, able to save the command center. And actually... Probably Puma could put these SCVs to work and start trying to rebuild his base, as Puma does have a decently sized base right now, which all Puma's trying to do right now is delay. And eventually he's going to be able to defeat MC, as his army is actually considerably stronger than MC's. Now, MC's advantage is that he does in fact have these Blink Stalkers, which are very mobile and able to take out buildings. But as long as... Whoa. That's the reason for leaving the siege tanks behind. Looks like the Blink Stalkers are just doing a little bit of micro to try to take out as many SCVs as they can. Not much disadvantage on that for MC as long as he doesn't lose a Blink Stalker. Now, MC is going to want to keep dancing around as long as possible, as he knows that the longer this game goes on, the more success he's going to have. And actually, he's already divided Puma's army, so this is going to be... Oh, he did in fact lose a Stalker there. Looks like MC actually might be trying to engage in the final engagement here. Probably a force field is going to go on the ramp if Puma tries to move up, which I don't think... No, Puma does not. Now, I'm still not sure why Puma didn't mine 25 minerals and then get an orbital command. That would have given him the power to get a couple of scans up here, which would be very useful. Puma now moving down. Oh, these siege tanks are in fact going to be caught. Looks like just one is going to be taken out. A point defense drone here is going to keep it safe for a little bit. However, the siege tanks will have range to the mineral line, and the point defense drones will stop Stalkers from being very effective either. And why is there... Oh, the Raven, I guess, laid a point defense drone a little bit earlier. And now able to move up. Those siege tanks able to deal with basically those sentries. So MC is in fact going to have to engage here. It looks like he's moving his forces as far back as possible. And, oh, I think he thought about doing a base race. I think he saw that the command center was lifted, though, and decided not to do that. So Puma's just gonna be... Oh, geez, I don't see... Oh, I think MC screwed this up. He was going for a base race, but that's just not possible. Because, I mean, all the buildings are floating, you know, everywhere, right? So he's actually going to be revealed pretty soon, but this barracks is going to be under his protection. Nice job from Puma. And now there's 100 energy, so another point defense drone could go down for the Raven. So it looks like they're both being revealed right now, so all the cards are on the table. As long as none of these probes get out, there's no way MC is going to be able to win this, basically. As he still has the point defense drone, it's not actually going to matter right now, as he's just going to take out all of these buildings. I think the Blink Stalkers are going to move up. Does he have... He does not have the Phoenix to spot for them on the high ground, so the Blink Stalkers will... He's being a little indecisive here. He probably could have taken out these siege tanks on his own, but since he couldn't deal with the Marines, there probably wouldn't be much else. There's only 4 buildings left, and Puma knows this. Oh no, there was a hidden pylon here. Okay. So, being a little too aggressive there. Well, not aggressive, I guess critical. A little too critical. There's a pylon there. Now, this barracks is on the ground. Now, the Blink Stalkers could go around, use the Phoenix to spot the high ground, blink up, and take that barracks out. But because that pylon is so close, I don't think he's going to have much of an opportunity. Puma's just going to go ahead and move his siege tank slowly forward. Now, point defense drone is not going to go down. He doesn't want to be too hasty with that. Looks like MC might be... No, he's not going to move in for an engagement here, as he knows he's not going to be able to win. He's trying to whittle down the forces as much as possible, but still his Blink Stalkers are just not going to be able to do enough. Looks like he is, in fact, going to be able to take out that starport, which will let... Then the Phoenixes will then be able to be involved in this fight. Oh, but he's just going to be able to focus down that pylon. Puts the point defense drone on the ground. No, he should focus on the pylon. What's he doing? Oh, I guess he's just going to take out the Blink Stalkers. Maybe he doesn't know if there's a probe around, but MC's lost. He actually could have focused on that pylon in order to be able to win. And, oh wow, a hidden SCV to build a refinery if he ever needed to. Really, really smart play for Puma. But he did move over to engage the Blink Stalkers. I think the Blink Stalkers were rushing over to the barracks, or possibly just trying to take out the tanks and avoid the Marines. But I guess he just didn't know if there was a hidden probe somewhere ready to build an assimilator. MC actually didn't have any money either, so he couldn't have built one even if he wanted to and had it. So, I mean, basically MC was screwed no matter what, and that's what happens when you get into a base trade scenario and your opponent's army is stronger. It just becomes very difficult to win, especially against Terran, who are just like the kings of base trades, base races rather, because they can lift their buildings everywhere. Well, they can lift and fly their buildings everywhere. As you saw, Puma was able to bring this barracks up to the corner, up here to the corner, and then all the way back down here with his army to make sure that it had protection for it for the final assault. And Puma did that base I'm mixing the word trade, base trade, and base race together. But he did that base race very well, handled it extremely well, obviously, as he was able to keep the barracks along with his forces. He didn't quite save the command from the Blink Stalkers who were able to move up and take that out. But he figured, that's what I don't need to win. I just need to keep a building alive and able to take out that last pylon. So really great job on his part, really. I was really impressed with Puma's play in all three of these games, and he actually was able to 3-0 MC. It didn't take him 5 games to win, as it took him the 7 in Nassau. So Puma's proven to be the better player 2 times in a row. So really impressed, and I hope to see more of these 2 players in the future, although not super soon, as I don't want to keep doing the same players over and over again. But MC's a lot of fun to watch, so I'll probably do him fairly often, and Puma will be fun to watch as well. So anyway, not to contradict myself a million times, you will and won't see these players again in the future. You will see them in the future, just not hopefully in the near future. And this is PGL Milton.